The Stampede Data Center at the University of Texas, Austin is not your typical data center, not just because of the horns, but because of what it supports, a supercomputer meant to solve Texas-sized problems.
Our core mission is to build supercomputers that can do very large-scale simulations to solve problems ranging from design of aircraft to weather forecasting to nanoelectronics.
The Stampede puts the University of Texas on a world map as far as supercomputer capabilities. They've performed something that no other data center has ever performed, in that being benchmarked at one point through the supercomputer industry, and then again 5 to 6 months later, and actually moving up in the rankings versus down.
Of course, building a data center this powerful requires not just top-notch equipment, but industry-leading expertise. That's why TAC roped in consulting engineering firm HMG & Associates, local distributor partner Swimco, and the global specialist in energy management, Schneider Electric.
We went with the Schneider Electric solution for a number of reasons. One is our successful experience with them in the past. This is our second generation building out on this technology, and we had a great deployment before, and we had another great deployment. We knew we could get the reliability at scale that we needed with this solution, and it was a very cost-competitive way to get the efficiencies that we needed.
University of Texas facility here has to meet the needs of their customers, and they may run multiple processes at one time or can consolidate into one process, one large process. And the speed at which they have to compute creates the high demand of load. And to be able to cool that and to be able to respond, UT had to add some additional infrastructure to manage that load. And it's a load they've never experienced, a change they've never seen, nor have we, which made it challenging but interesting.
The Schneider Electric solution with the in-row coolers, number one, it did deal with the high-density racks up to 42 kW per rack, which is fairly high density. And we did have the backup configuration with N+2 per row. We needed roughly 1 million CFM of air in 10,000 square feet.
The Schneider Electric product that has been deployed allows UT to cool the load in the most efficient manner, be reliable and redundant. We can lose a few pieces of equipment within a pod and that pod still be functional.
Energy efficiency was an important part of this project, and the way we helped obtain that goal was to utilize the IRC contained hot aisle system, where we ended up having 65 degrees on the supply side on the cold aisle and roughly 95 degrees on the hot aisle side.
You become more redundant and ultimately can take up less footprint, less real estate than a conventional perimeter cooling and perimeter deployment, power deployment solution.
We value our relationship with Schneider Electric and Swimco because they're part of the team, part of the design process, and part of the solution.
Having a close partnership with Schneider Electric throughout the team and our vendors was really key in this particular project because of the very short time frame we had to both design and deploy and deliver the system.
Schneider Electric is a progressive and ever-evolving company as a leader in solving the customer's problem and giving them the correct solution.
Business-wise, future-driven. Visit bit.ly/SE Data Center Cooling to learn more about our cooling solutions.